We have always believed that we live in the universe surrounded by stars, galaxies, and infinite space. But what if this belief is incomplete? What if the universe isn't something outside us, but something we are inside of, like cells, living within a cosmic organism, unaware of the greater body they belong to? We are inside a cosmic whole, and nobody ever told us. From the moment we open our eyes to the night sky, we see points of light scattered in an ocean of blackness. Our ancestors thought those lights were gods. Later, we called them stars. Now, we call it the universe. But one thing has never changed: our sense that we are separate from it. The truth might be more astonishing than any myth we ever created. Imagine a single human cell inside your body. It lives, divides, consumes energy, and performs complex tasks. But it has no idea that it's part of you, a vast, conscious organism with thoughts, dreams, and emotions. That cell believes its entire world is just the fluid and tissue surrounding it. Now imagine we are that cell, and the universe is the body. Every planet, every star, every galaxy. Even the space between them, all of it part of something alive, something aware, something unimaginably vast. Scientists have begun noticing something strange. When we map the large-scale structure of the universe, the web of galaxies, and dark matter that spans billions of light years, it looks uncannily like the neural network of a brain. Filaments of matter connect galaxies just like neurons connect in a cortex. The density of these connections, the mathematical patterns, even the way energy flows through them, all mirror the same behavior we find in a human brain. Researchers from Princeton and Moscow once compared these two systems, a simulation of the universe and an image of neurons under a microscope. The similarity wasn't just poetic, it was statistical. Both followed the same distribution laws of connectivity, the same kind of balance between chaos and order, the same balance that makes complex thought and life possible. So what if our universe isn't a dead machine running on physics, but a living mind dreaming stars into existence? It sounds unbelievable, yet everything we observe supports it. The cosmic web behaves like a living tissue. Energy doesn't move randomly. It flows along filaments, clusters, and voids, as if guided by some invisible nervous system. Galaxies form, evolve, and die like cells in a body regenerating itself. Even black holes, once thought to be the universe's destroyers, now appear to play a creative role, seeding new stars and regulating cosmic balance, just like the immune system in an organism. But the most astonishing part isn't the universe's structure. It's how deeply connected we are to it. Every atom in your body was forged in the heart of a star billions of years ago. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you breathe, all created by stars that lived, burned, and died long before the Earth existed. You're not made from the universe. You are the universe, a self-aware fragment of it, trying to understand itself. When Carl Sagan said, "We are the universe experiencing itself," it wasn't just poetic philosophy. It was literal truth, but nobody told us. They taught us that we were small, insignificant, and temporary, floating on a minor planet orbiting a common star. Yet in the grand scheme, we are as eternal as the stars, because our matter never dies. It just changes form. The illusion of separation is perhaps the greatest mistake in human perception. We think there's a difference between out there and in. Here, between the cosmos and consciousness. But what if both are one and the same? The universe is not just expanding into space, it's expanding in awareness. The same process that creates galaxies may also create thoughts. The same patterns that govern light may govern consciousness. Quantum physics gives us a clue. Particles that are light years apart can still affect each other instantaneously, a phenomenon called quantum entanglement. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. But what if it isn't spooky at all? What if it's simply a sign that everything is connected within a single, unified field, the body of the cosmic whole? In such a system, nothing truly happens over there. It all happens here. within one cosmic organism that we are inside of. Dark matter, the invisible glue that holds. Galaxies together could be the connective tissue of this cosmic body. Dark energy, the mysterious force pushing the universe apart, could be its breath, its heartbeat, its metabolism. When we measure cosmic expansion, maybe we're not watching a machine running down. Maybe we're watching a living being grow. Our science is built on measurement and logic. But sometimes, logic hides what intuition already knows. Every ancient civilization, from the Vedic seers of India to the shamans of South America, spoke of one truth, that everything is one. They called it Brahman, or the Great Spirit, or the Universal Self. Modern physics now calls it the unified field. The words are different, but the message is the same. Everything we see, every particle, every photon, every thought arises from one infinite source. So why didn't anyone tell us? Because we built a science that sees by cutting, not connecting. We learned to divide the world into parts: atom, molecule, cell, body, planet, star, galaxy, and in doing so, we forgot to look at the whole. We see the tree, but miss the forest. We study the neuron, but ignore the mind. We calculate the speed of light, but overlook the light of consciousness. If you zoom out far enough, you'll see that galaxies form filaments that intertwine and stretch, like veins across the cosmos. In between those filaments lie vast, empty voids, spaces so enormous that entire galaxies vanish into their silence. But are they truly empty? Or are they filled with the invisible life force that binds everything together? Science calls it vacuum energy. Ancient mystics called it spirit. When we meditate, when we silence the constant noise of thought, something strange happens. The boundaries between me and everything else begin to fade. For a brief moment, we feel connected, not just emotionally, but physically, to everything that exists. That's not imagination. That's perception without filters. For a moment, the cell remembers the body it belongs to. Perhaps this is why humanity has always been drawn to the stars. We are trying to look back at ourselves. Every telescope, every probe, every cosmic question, it's the universe asking itself, who am I? And maybe, just maybe, it's starting to remember. There's another pattern hidden in plain sight. The universe builds itself through repetition. Atoms orbit a nucleus. Planets orbit stars. Stars orbit galactic centers. And galaxies orbit within clusters. Every level mirrors the one above and below it. This recursive geometry, this fractal nature, might be the blueprint of the cosmic whole. If that's true, then our bodies are made from the same geometry that builds galaxies. Our DNA spirals just like the Milky Way. Our neurons fire in webs just like cosmic filaments. The micro and the macro are not opposites. They are reflections. Mathematically, a fractal is infinite self-similarity. Spiritually, it's infinite unity. The entire universe could be a single pattern unfolding across infinite scales. A cosmic organism breathing through galaxies and stars, thinking through consciousness, evolving through time. And within that grand design, we are the cells of awareness, each of us carrying a spark of the whole. But here's the twist. The universe doesn't just exist outside us. It's within us too. When you close your eyes, your mind generates a model of reality. That model, though small, reflects the entire structure of existence. Neuroscience shows that the human brain contains the same complexity patterns as the observable universe, the same ratio of information, the same network distribution, the same connectivity principles. The brain and the cosmos mirrors of each other. Maybe that's not a coincidence. Maybe consciousness is the way the universe looks at itself from the inside. You are the awareness through which the cosmic whole perceives itself. You're not looking at the universe. You're the universe looking at itself through human eyes, and yet we've spent centuries believing the opposite, that we are outsiders, observers, tiny. Accidents of biology on a rock, spinning in space, But what if we're not the result of the universe? What if we are its purpose? What if awareness is not a side effect, but the goal? The cosmic whole, learning, feeling, evolving, remembering itself through us. All of this sounds poetic until you realize it's backed by data. When scientists simulated the evolution of the universe on supercomputers, they found that the way galaxies organize themselves is mathematically identical to how neurons organize in the human brain. The ratio between nodes and connections, the complexity per scale, is nearly the same. If this were just coincidence, it would be the strangest one in existence. When you see that pattern, when you realize that the universe and the mind share the same architecture, something inside you shifts. You stop seeing yourself as separate. You stop feeling small. You start to understand that existence itself might be one vast consciousness expressing itself through endless forms, stars, planets, humans, thoughts, all part of one infinite living whole. And yet we were never told. We were told to believe in separation, to build walls between science and spirituality, between human and nature, between matter and mind. Those walls are illusions. And now, quantum physics, cosmology, and consciousness studies are tearing them down. Maybe we were never meant to live as isolated beings. Maybe the loneliness of space is an illusion, a trick of perception. Because if we truly are inside a cosmic whole, then we have never been alone. Not for a single moment. The deeper we look into the universe, the more it begins to resemble something alive. Every discovery that was supposed to prove the universe is mechanical ends up revealing patterns of organization, connection, and self-regulation that feel organic. Stars are born, they grow, they die, and their remnants seed new stars. Galaxies form and collide like cells dividing or merging. Even the mysterious dark matter seems to play the role of structure, holding the cosmic tissue together, the way connective fibers hold living bodies intact. It's as if every level of the cosmos is following the same hidden code, a code that writes life into the fabric of reality itself. Scientists call it emergence, the idea that complex systems naturally create order from chaos. But what if it's more than just emergence? What if that order isn't accidental, but intelligent in its own way? Not human intelligence, but something deeper, something cosmic? The intelligence of self-organization, of pattern, of balance. It doesn't need a mind like ours to think. It simply is. And yet we are a part of that same intelligence. Every thought, every heartbeat, every breath is a tiny echo of cosmic rhythm. The atoms inside your lungs vibrate with the same frequency patterns found in the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang, the calcium that helps. Your neurons fire once pulsed in the heart of ancient stars. The hydrogen in your blood was born moments after time itself began. You are not separate from the Big Bang. You are its continuation, its living memory. If we are indeed inside a cosmic whole, then consciousness might not be confined to brains. It might be a property of the universe itself, the way gravity and light are. Consciousness could be the field through which the universe becomes aware of itself, just as an ocean forms waves. Consciousness forms thoughts, emotions, and experiences temporary shapes of the same infinite sea. You, me, every life form, all waves rising and falling in the same universal consciousness. Perhaps this is why when you look at the stars, something deep inside you stirs. That sense of awe, that quiet recognition. Is the memory of unity, the cell remembering the body, the wave remembering the ocean? Every time humanity looks outward into space, we are really looking inward into our own cosmic nature. Imagine if one day a civilization finally builds a telescope powerful enough to see beyond the edge of the observable universe. And what they find there is a structure so vast, so symmetrical, that it mirrors the structure of their own mind. They would realize they were never looking at something out there. They were looking into the mirror of existence itself. The ultimate revelation wouldn't be that the universe is big. It would be that it's alive. In that realization lies both comfort and fear. Comfort, because it means we belong to something eternal. Fear, because it means we are responsible for our part in it. Just as a single diseased cell can threaten an organism, the way we treat our planet, our cosmic home, could affect the harmony of the whole. The universe might be far more interconnected than we can imagine. In every act, every emotion, every thought could ripple through that web of connection. What if love, compassion, and creation are not just human emotions, but universal forces, the glue that maintains coherence in this cosmic being? When we act with love, perhaps we align ourselves with the very energy that sustains existence. When we act with hate or destruction, maybe we create dissonance within that cosmic harmony. In the end, morality may not be about rules, but resonance, how well we vibrate with the frequency of the whole. Every culture throughout history has tried to describe this unity. The ancient Greeks spoke of the world's soul, the Chinese called it the Tao. The Vedas spoke of Brahman. Even modern physics, in its pursuit of a theory of everything, is searching for the same truth. That one equation, one law, one pattern that connects all things. What religion called spirit, science calls energy. What mystics saw as divine order, physicists call mathematics. They're not different languages. They're different dialects of the same truth. The phrase "nobody told us" doesn't mean nobody knew. It means that we forgot to listen. We got lost in our technologies and our divisions and the illusion of separation. We started thinking of the universe as something to conquer, instead of something we are a part of. But the universe never stopped whispering. Every sunrise, every heartbeat, every miracle of life is a reminder of the whole we belong to. If you could zoom out beyond galaxies, beyond time, beyond dimensions, you might see something astonishing. You might see that the entire universe, all of space, all of time forms a shape, an image, a living being beyond comprehension. And within that being, every star is a neuron, every galaxy a thought, every consciousness a spark of awareness. The Big Bang wasn't the beginning, it was a heartbeat. And everything that followed, stars, life, love, death, are just the pulses of that infinite heart. When a scientist studies the stars, when an artist paints them, when a child stares at them in wonder, the universe is engaging in self-reflection. We've been told for centuries that we're insignificant, mere dust in a cold and indifferent cosmos. But what if that's wrong? What if instead, we are the very mechanism through which the universe becomes aware that it exists? We are the neurons of the cosmic brain. Without us, the stars would shine, but there would be no one to see them. Without consciousness, the universe would be silent. Through us, it speaks. Even death fits perfectly into this pattern. Energy never dies. It only transforms. The body returns to the soil, the atoms to the stars, the consciousness to the field. There is no true end, only change of form. The same energy that once beat in your heart will one day shine as starlight again. The cycle continues, endlessly, beautifully. Perhaps one day science will finally confirm what the mystics already felt, that consciousness is fundamental, that space and time arise from it, not the other way around. When that day comes, we'll stop seeing the universe as an object and start seeing it as a relationship between awareness and reality, observer and observed, self and whole. We are not floating in space. We are woven into it. Every breath we take is part of a cosmic rhythm that began billions of years ago and will continue long after we're gone. The expansion of the universe is not an explosion, it's a blossoming, a living organism unfolding into infinity. And we, the conscious parts of that organism, have just begun to wake up. The next step for humanity isn't technological, it's perceptual. We don't need faster rockets to reach the stars. We need deeper awareness to realize we are already there, already made of starlight, already connected to everything we see. The real journey is inward, into the center of the cosmic self. In the way science and spirituality are slowly merging after centuries of separation. In the way our understanding of consciousness is evolving from isolated brains to universal fields. These are not coincidences. These are symptoms of a larger being, the cosmic whole becoming self-aware. Maybe that's what enlightenment truly is. Not escaping the world, but realizing what the world really is, one infinite conscious entity experiencing itself through countless forms. When that realization spreads through humanity, it will be like neurons firing together in a brain finally aware of its own existence. The cosmic being will awaken, and its first thought will be us. Until then, the universe keeps whispering its truth in every corner of existence. It whispers through the pulse of stars, through the rhythm of oceans, through the silence between thoughts. It whispers in the mathematics of fractals, in the music of atoms, in the stillness of your breath. It whispers, you are not alone. You never were. You are inside me, and I am inside you. So next time you look up and see the stars, don't think of them as distant fires. Think of them as parts of you, shining across the vastness of your own being. The galaxies aren't out there. They are the neurons of your cosmic mind. The universe isn't separate. It's one living, breathing, conscious whole, and you are inside it. Not as a visitor, not as a mistake, but as a vital part of its eternal heartbeat. We are inside a cosmic whole. And maybe, just maybe, it's time we finally remember